Hi there, students. It's Mrs. Sheen. This is the last video that I'm going to make for you this semester. We're in the very last week of the course. Today is May 6th, and the last day is Friday, May 10th. So we have 4 days left. I hope that you're all doing really well. I see that one person so far has taken the exam, and that's great. I'm waiting for the exams from the rest of you. So just please remember that everything has to be done by May 10th because I have to put your grades in very shortly after that. Also, the Nova Online um, says that the last day is May 10th, so we can't change that. No matter what happens, I can't change that at all. Um, there's also a few other issues happening at Nova. For example, as I pointed out a few weeks ago, Blackboard will be going away, and you will now be using a learning management system called Canvas. So if you don't know what I'm talking about at all, I would recommend that you type the word Canvas into the Nova website and you'll see it come up. There's a lot of information. Let me just write the word Canvas up here for you in case you're not sure what I'm saying. Canvas. Okay, if you just type Canvas into the Nova website search box, you're going to get information about it. Essentially, all of the Virginia Community College system is changing from Blackboard to Canvas. Canvas is similar to Blackboard in that it's a learning management system that the college will use to manage all of the information that goes between teachers and students, and it will probably be easier for you to use once you learn it. So if you're taking classes this summer, I would recommend going to the Nova website as soon as possible and learning more about Canvas. Also, I did post a message and a link about this a few weeks ago, so you can check there as well. So let's just have a look at this last folder one last time just to make sure everybody knows what's happening in this last week. Okay, so as you know, this is, we are in what I called week 16. Week 16 was actually began last Monday, April 29th, and it continues. This says May 8th, and that's actually incorrect. It should say May 10th because the 10th is a Friday, so I need to change that. But let's open the folder, and as you know, there's a few things to do this week. The most important is to revise your summary. I had hoped that most of you would do that last week so I could give you feedback before you study for the test, but it's getting the time is getting short now, so if the most important thing is if you want to have an average of your first and second drafts for that grade and you want to maybe have a chance of getting a slightly higher average, you want to get that revision done. Otherwise, your grade will stand the way that it is, okay? Obviously, the final exam is the big item. Let me come back to the exam. You also have a survey to do, a course evaluation, and there's information about that. Basically, you go to Blackboard, go to course evaluations, and launch Nova course evaluations, and you just follow the steps. It takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes maximum, so that won't take a lot of time. And the conference is an opportunity to talk with me about what you would want to take next semester. And as I said, this is really up to you, okay? And you can contact me to let me know how you want to do it. I can talk with you on the telephone. I can meet you in the online meeting room. I can meet you on campus. Or we can just do it by email if you prefer that. But essentially, I would just tell you what class I think you should take next based on what I've seen of your work. So there's still time to do this. This is not as much of a deadline Okay, so and it's really up to you how you want to handle it. Okay, so now back to the final exam. So very, very important, students. You can't pass the class without the final exam. Okay, so you must take it. You also need to score 75% or higher in order to pass it. Okay. Um, so make sure that you've checked the testing center hours. You know when they're open this week, when you can go. Allow, like I've said before, allow yourself 3 hours. Okay, 2.5 to take the actual test and a half an hour to park your car, you know, put your valuables in the locker, take a deep breath, use the restroom, get a drink of water, all the things you want to do so that you don't feel stressed out by time. Okay. All the information about the exam has been posted in the last few weeks. So if you go, let me show you where to go. If you go to announcements and just scroll back for you announcements, even to just last Monday, okay, you will see right here the information, the final exam, and it tells you what's on it, summarizing an article, these chapters of 10 steps, these chapters of the vocabulary, and so on. So read all of this. Make sure you've reviewed before you take your test so you have the best chance of getting the best grade possible. All right, students, so it's time for me to go. Um, I want to say that I've enjoyed working with you very much this semester, and there's a core group of you that have worked so hard, and you've really been excellent students, keeping up with a lot of work, reading Blackboard carefully, following directions, and this is really great. This is the key to an online class. Online classes, as you've learned, are very different from face-to-face classes, and they can be demanding. But if you are organized and dedicated and you keep working steadily, you can make it through. And several of you have done that, and I'm really proud of you for that because I know you have a lot of responsibilities in your life, not just this class, but you have other classes, you have jobs, you have family members, you have homes to clean, and you have to make your meals, and you have a lot of things to do. And I really understand that. And I understand that it's a challenge to balance, but several of you have been successful in keeping up with everything in your lives. And I think you should feel really proud of yourselves for that. No matter what the results on the final exam, you should feel good that you have taken on this great responsibility and followed through. So um, I've enjoyed seeing what you've produced in your work, and I will be continuing to grade today and this week as any final things come in. But Friday is the last day for everything. So, and I have then the responsibility to get the grades in. So, and I don't have a lot of time for that either. So it's really important that if you're missing anything, now you can get it to me as quickly as possible so that I will have time to grade it. All right. So, students, thank you so much for a wonderful semester. I'm still available here. You can still email me, as many of you do, with questions, or if you want to set up a conference time with me, you can do that as well. So I wish you well. I will email more when I've finished grading exams and results are in. I'll let you know about that as well. All right, students, have a wonderful week and a wonderful day. Thank you.